Geef toe, Hello. Dan jullie zitten in het
What is up, YouTube? Welcome to a new video.
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Now today's video is going to be a different video than normally. It's not going to be a vlog. It's also not exactly going to be a tutorial. The last few months I've gotten the question to make a tutorial about a specific trick. People ask me for kabooms, people ask me for codies, people ask me how do I get over the fear of my first double backflip. Now what I'm going to explain and teach you guys in today's video is I took 5 specific tricks, 5 specific moves, and I'm going to tell you guys what's the most common mistake that people make in these moves and what is the best way to improve these moves. The 5 tricks I chose for this video is a kaboom, is a cody, is how to improve your twisting, how to improve your first double flips, how to get over the fear of your first double flips, and how to improve your ball outs.
Shout out to Woutology.
Because he's the king in ball outs, of course. I'm basically going to start off with a kaboom, then I'm going to tell you really shortly how a kaboom works, and then I'm going to tell you a couple tricks and tips on how to get kabooms better, and that is what I'm going to be doing with all those 5 tricks or moves. Starting off with a kaboom. Basically what a kaboom is basically a backflip starting from your back where you slap your feet to get your rotation and simply make a backflip. Now first of all, a mistake that a lot of people make is they don't have their feet positioning right. They either slap with the bottom of their feet or they slap too late or they slap too early, and slapping in kabooms is actually one of the most important things you need to do good in order to get your kabooms good and in order to get your kabooms extended to a double kaboom or a triple kaboom or maybe even a quad kaboom. Now the first step in a kaboom is make sure you land perfectly on your back with your feet a little bit above your body. Have your knees bended a little bit and slap your feet, actually your heels, a little bit later than you land on your back. When that happens, you tuck your knees to your chest and basically make a backflip. It's the same as a backflip, but this one is started from your back with a feet slap after that. A couple more few tricks to get this kaboom better. Make sure you are in the right position of the trampoline. If you have a rectangle or square trampoline, make sure you're in the back corner of this trampoline or in the back side of the trampoline. When I do my kabooms in the front of the trampoline, I don't know exactly how it works, but your rotation gets a lot slower than if you're in the back of the trampoline. Now if you keep practicing on those kabooms, keep practicing the feet slapping, they will eventually get better. You will figure out on what moment to slap your feet for yourself and you will get a perfect kaboom. And after that you can start training for double kabooms, triple kabooms and maybe even quad kabooms.
Go!
Moving on to the next trick, which is a cody. The first thing you need to practice when starting to learn a cody is to land perfectly on your stomach. You have to land perfectly on your stomach so your chest and knees actually hit the trampoline at the same time. If you got that right, you can start moving on to the next step, which is having your knees bended. If you have your knees extended, you won't actually be able to get your feet under yourself and get the tuck right because your feet are basically in the way. If you have your knees bended, which shown in this clip, then you can actually pull your feet under the trampoline, get them to your chest, the same as every other flip, and get the rotation. Now the second thing you need to work on is your arm positioning. Now you can have your arms extended or you can have your arms bended, actually elbows. This doesn't really make a difference. I think when you have your elbows bended it works better, but since I'm not that flexible anymore I have to keep them extended. That just feels better for my back. You just need to figure out what feels the best for you. If you're still flexible, if you're still young, try to have them bended because that makes you rotate a lot faster. As shown in this clip, this is my triple cody with my arms extended. And in this clip I'm showing you is a quad cody from Mark, who actually a good friend of me, and you can see the rotation speed of his codies. That's because his arms are bended, I think. In codies, it's the same as kabooms. Try to keep in the back corner of the trampoline and in the back side of your rectangle trampoline. By the way, if you're on a circle trampoline, it doesn't really matter where you are, I think. For me, it doesn't make any difference at all. Try to play around with it and you will figure out what's the best way for you to do it. Next move, next skill is twisting.
Yeah, so easy for you.
Twisting is a hard move in trampolining actually. Also, before you start twisting, this is a little bit more advanced. Try to have your back flip or front flip perfectly before you're going to start twisting. You want to be able to perfectly do a back flip with your full body tightened as much as you can. Don't hyperextend your back. This is going to stop you from twisting. Now, to start off with a twist, it's important to know what side you're going to spin to. Now, to figure this out, basically just stand on the trampoline and do a 360, and the natural way is the way you're going to spin to. Now, you want to start off with your arms on the other side that you're going to spin to. So let's say I'm going to twist to the left, then you want to have your arms on the right side of your body. Pull the back flip, throw your arms to the side, over the side of your shoulder, have your head look the same way as your arm is going to be thrown at, and keep your body as tightened as you can. If your body is not going to be tightened, if your back is going to be hyperextended or whatever, you will lose the twisting speed and you will not be able to finish the twist. The biggest tip in twisting is keep training them. I used to be so bad at triple fulls, but I just kept drilling them and eventually they will get so good. I'm actually able to do quad fulls now, so just keep training them and you will be able to twist like a god. Also, don't expect you to learn a back full in one day, because twisting is one of the hardest skills in trampolining and you just need to work on it a lot.
Go. Go, 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 go.
What the frick?
Alright, line. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Moving on to the next move is your first double flip. Now, your first double flip is one of the biggest steps you're going to make in trampolining, because the first double flips are going to be scary as hell. My first double back flip and my first double front flip, I think they were scarier than my first ever quad flips. It is a step from a single flip to a double flip, which is a big step in trampolining. Now, there are not going to be a lot of tricks and tips I'm going to tell you about this, but there are going to be a few things that are going to help you in your first double flip. First of all, make sure your rotation and your back flip or front flip, whatever you're going to double, it can even be a cody or a kaboom, make sure you master those single flips. If you can't land a back flip 10 out of 10 times, then don't do it yet. You want to be able to master the back flip. Now, when you have that, make sure you have enough height, you have enough rotation speed. You can check that by doing a standing back flip and try to rotate it to your back. If you can do a back flip like this, actually landing on your back still, then you should be able to do a double back flip. It's the same with kabooms, codys or double front flips. Now, by first doing them, don't be scared to jump high, because this is actually going to give you more awareness. It's going to be easier to spot your landing the first time. Now, don't expect to land your first ever double flip. To land your first double flip is going to be pretty hard. If you have the chance, try to do your first double flip in a foam pit. If you don't have a foam pit or a gym laying around, make sure you have a friend with you who has a mattress ready to throw at you, and so you can do your first double back flip and still land on your stomach, land on your knees, or over-rotate it even, but you won't get hurt when you land on it. Now, trust me, the first double backflip is going to be scary. You just need to sketa comita it, as we say it. Don't be afraid to do something, just commit to the trick. Just sketa comita, scream it if you want to hype yourself up, get some good music and just do it. Jump high, tuck, and don't let go too early. When you have done your first one, it won't be as scary anymore. You will have an adrenaline rush. That's when you want to keep drilling those double backflips. And eventually, you will be able to spot the landing and land your first ever double backflip, double front flip, double kaboom, double cody, whatever you want. Last move, which is a ball out.
Yo, line.
Now, a ball out is a super fun trick to learn. It's also a super easy trick actually once you get the control over it, and it's also super easy to double it. Now, there's two ways to start off with a ball out. You can either start it off with a front flip in front of it, which is easier in my opinion, but for that you want to be able to master a front flip, so you want to land on your back perfectly after a front flip, otherwise you won't be able to pull the ball out of it. Now, you can also just jump on your back, land on your back and pull the ball out, but that is a little bit harder in my opinion, because then you have to go backwards, land on it and then go frontwards again, which is two different moves, which makes it harder in my opinion. Now, when you do your first ball out, you want to make sure you can jump on your back, land on your back and go back up until your feet, and actually still have time left to pull a front flip after it. Now, this is not going to be really scary, because you're going to see the trampoline all the time when you do it. You can just jump high, land on your back, make sure you land on your shoulder blades, not too much on your back or your tailbone, also not too much on your neck, because this is going to mess up your rotation. If you're scared, have a friend throw a mattress again. Have your arms arms above you. Now with your arms you're going to reach out to your knees, get the tuck right and basically make a front flip. It's the same as a front flip, but now you're gonna commit it from your back. Now once you got your first ball out right, it is super easy to extend them to a double ball out. Just make sure you can land a ball out first before you're gonna hold it to a double ball out. Keep practicing those ball outs. Try to challenge your friends in who can do the most ball outs, because those are fun challenges and always nice to get more and more. Alright guys, that is going to be wrapping up this video. I hope you all understand what I've been telling you. The biggest tip for trampolining is just keep practicing. That's the biggest tip for every single trick. Keep practicing it and you will be able to master it. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this little tips and tricks video. Also, if you don't understand anything, feel free to ask me in the comments. Also, if you want another tutorial on a specific trick, I don't know what, just let me know in the comments if you have something good. Maybe I will make a video out of that. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button to not miss out any videos. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.